G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Grow Me Co. A video I'm going to put together now is about the most important thing that you can learn and use as a trader. And it's not just for trading as well, by the way. If you're an investor, if you're in the markets, in any market at all, this is going to be crucial. I speak on this topic a lot. My career is built around doing exactly this, and that is following the trend. There's an old adage in trading and investing, and I will absolutely confirm that for you, ladies and gentlemen, right now. My job in markets is to not try and beat markets. You see, beating markets is ego. Ego will be damaged. Account balance will also be damaged if you bring ego into markets. You see, the market doesn't care about you being right or wrong. Only you should care about being right or wrong. And what you've got to do is you've got to find a method that works for you. So why try and buck the trend when you can quite literally just follow it? That's exactly how I do my trading. I follow trends, and that is exactly what I'm going to show you right now. Some of the simple ways for which you can do that can transform the way that you view markets and trade within them. Now, of course, there are many, many different facets to trend, to price action. The first thing is essentially learning the language of what the markets can tell you. I really want to emphasize that the way that I trade, it's to not overcomplicate things. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been trading for 20 years. Okay, when I first started, I had loads of indicators. Even 4 or 5 years into the process, I had the CCI, I had the stochastics, I had the RSI, I had the MACD. The MACD had the histogram. It also had the signal line. So there's 3 different elements. The MACD line is also the MACD line, signal line, histogram. All 3 of those were on my charts. I also had the 10 period, the 20 period, the 50 period, and the 200 period moving averages on my charts. When I was trading foreign exchange, I would also overlay pivot points on there as well, as they were an integral part of trading foreign exchange, or so I thought at the time. So fast forward to today, and fast forward to about, probably at least 14 years ago, I started to unwind what I had on my charts. Why? Well, I wasn't really using it. The RSI was just another indication of what the MACD was telling me. So was the CCI. So was the stochastics. So they all went. A few years back, I also got rid of the histogram and the signal line on MACD. And what you'll see on my charts in just a moment is that it's just a single line, because I know how to use it. I took away the 50 period moving average. I took away the 200 period moving average. I don't care about dead crosses or golden crosses because they're pointless. They're useless. They're lagging indicators. They don't mean or do anything. They're purely good for hindsight. So I got rid of those too. I don't trade off of those. Leaving behind price action, MACD, MACD line, 10 and 20 period moving average. Now, I simplified the whole process based on execution. Am I executing on any of those other items that I suggested? No. As a trader, I need to be decisive. The first part of it, of all of my analysis is there a trend? And it starts from learning the language of what the markets are actually telling us, okay? It really comes down to that. So, what is the language? What is the market telling me right now? And that's part of what trend is telling us. It does do this. It brings forth an opportunity for us as traders to be able to start to get a bit of an edge in there. So again, I'm not going to overcomplicate this. We've got to get rid of confusion. We've got to bring in clarity. Confusion, technical analysis are some of the things that I just mentioned. Overbought RSI, oversold RSI, moving average crossovers, dead cross, pennants, bull flags, bear flags, and the worst of all, I was a culprit of this as well, sloping trend lines. They are far too subjective. They will fail you. You might not think they are, but get rid of them and start to see how much more clearly you see things on the charts. So those are the things that textbooks and other people will try and sell you. The mumbo jumbo, the blah, 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 is there because it seems like often the more stuff that we need, the more complicated, the more value, therefore I will be better. I get people all the time ask me, but don't you have advanced stuff, Craig? I've done the stuff. I want to get to the advanced stuff. Well, guess what? The advanced stuff is learning how to be a master of the basics. It's like any sport or, think about sport as a good example. What do they often say in commentary? He does the basics really, really well. Then once you've got the basics down, you can do all the flary stuff that makes you that top of the table type player. but you've got to get the foundations right. Not just know what they are, you've got to execute them really, really well. And that's the same with trading. I don't have anything that I use. It's like, oh, I'm hiding this away. This is my advanced stuff. No, the advancement is in here. It is in the data on the chart. It is in the data from capturing the trades that you're taking that you can then decipher how you can operate best within that market. It takes time. It takes execution, effort. It takes some failure too. You're going to stuff things up. But you get rid of a lot of this crap that you're seeing right here on the chart, on this little slide, you'll start to see clarity. So what does truly matter? Well, what truly matters is what is. What is. I don't care about what was. We do look at history, don't get me wrong, because it does help form that trend that we're looking for. We don't want subjectivity in our market, in our trading, in our decisiveness. We want to go, it is or it isn't. Bam. That's why I use checklists, We're going to learn from the experiences. We're going to make mistakes, and we're going to be giving ourselves a fairly good rein on that. In the sense of, I'm not going to beat myself up for getting something wrong. Then what's the point of it? You learn, you spot what you've done wrong, you improve, you don't make that same mistake thrice, 2 times, fine. Thrice, no. We're going to focus on what good traders do and not necessarily the results that they get. Because if you just want to trade to make profit, look, most people trade and focus on the profits. And what do they get? They don't get the profits, do they? No, because it's what good traders do that produces the outcomes. Just like a good dentist will have plenty of clients. You can't just pretend you're a dentist. You've got to be one by doing the things that a dentist does. Yeah. Same with a trader. You've got to become a trader by doing the things that good traders do. Then the results will start to come for you. Okay. So that's a big part of it. The information that you can access is kind of unlimited, but the information that matters really comes down to this: who is in control of the market at that moment in time. And that can differ between a monthly time frame and a 5-minute time frame, of course, but the time frame that you're focusing on, who is in control, who has the momentum, is it the buyers or the sellers? At the end of the day, there are only 2 things that you can do. There are plenty of things that you cannot do. All right? There are 2 things you can do in markets. You can buy or you can sell. They are the 2 actions. So bringing that down, noise, bull flags, bear flags, double tops, double bottoms, moving it, blah, 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 blah. What does it mean? Are you buying or are you selling, Mr. Sir or Mrs. Ma'am? That is the end of the day question. You have to bring it back to the simplicity. Who won the candles, the buyers or the sellers? Anyone in between? Well, cool. If it's not clear, it's not there. Keeping it simple. True trend, not trend lines. And I'll show that to you in just a minute. We're using simple decision-making indicators only to provide us with an exact entry, an exact stop loss, and an exact target or targets. Notice how all that noise that is up here can be funneled into being decisive, into taking action, into actually you not just paying for someone to teach you, but you actually taking some bloody action to make it happen. Yes, you're going to make a mistake. Good, go freaking make those mistakes. But keep an eye on what you're doing and work from a checklist. Or if you're going to do, take my advice. If you work from a checklist, you can hold yourself accountable. No accountability means no growth, because you don't admit, I'm never wrong. It's the market, it's a broker, it's this, it's that, blah, 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 blah. You don't want to take accountability for your own stuff ups. Good luck in anything in life, mate. So take accountability, take screenshots, and take my advice. It's not difficult. You just got to follow the trend. So now that we're here and we've gone through the trend stuff, I want to now take you to the live chart of Bitcoin. This is recorded live, of course, as I see it for right now. We look at this chart and some people will be confused. Well, let's get the definition of trend nailed down by showing you the best trend that is out there right now for Bitcoin, and that is on the monthly time frame. Let's make this very simple. An uptrend is a series of higher highs, which is this. Over here, we go from low to high. Here's a pullback, higher low to higher high. So a series of higher lows and higher highs, that is an uptrend. End of story. Stuff your trend lines. They mean nothing. They're useless. They're subjective. Why? Well, let me show you. Where do I find this? There we go. Trend line. I can draw it and say, that's the trend line, right? Because that and that, they both touch, but it doesn't match up with here. So am I going to now go and draw it from here to here? Oh, that's a trend line. Perhaps that's the trend line we're looking at. Or perhaps it was just a bit of a dip through, so I can in fact connect from here, but I just cut that off a little bit and just go, look, it spiked through, but it's still on line with this trend line. Do you see what I'm saying? It's completely subjective. And subjectivity does not equate to good, consistent returns and results. Whenever you can tweak something to make it fit what you want in the markets, you're doing yourself a disservice, because again, I'll rewind back to the start of this video. The market doesn't care about you. You need to care about what the market's telling you. Trying to fit a trade in, oh, if I just move it a little bit, I'll take the trade now. Don't worry about what you want. Go to the market asking questions. Do you have what I need? Are you presenting me with a list of the items that I require? You go to the shopping center with a shopping list to come out with the things that you desired. Go into the market with a shopping list, a checklist, so that you can come out with the results that you desire. Now, looking at this here, a higher high in Bitcoin, a higher low in Bitcoin, a higher high, a pullback in. Notice a horizontal level here. I'll do a video on these things later on. And if you want to do my course, you'll learn all of this and the checklist and join the Discord group. The bottom line is this. We now have the potential for a higher low on Bitcoin on the monthly. Again, look at my chart. It's the MACD line. There's no histogram. There's no signal line. Look, there's no 200 moving average. There's no 50. There's a 10 and a 20. There's a horizontal line here. And with all of that information, I was able to call this really, really nicely. I've been talking about this for a long time. Whilst there was panic through the market through this period, I wasn't concerned because it was a clean, simple pullback. And from there, basically 74,000, which was the level I said, we have now since from that level bounced a whopping 25%. So whether you're an investor or a trader, this sort of stuff is very, very valuable. Do not make this overcomplicated. Ladies and gentlemen, trade with the trend. Bring the noise and throw it out. Focus on the things that matters. Who's winning, buyers or sellers? Over a period of time, who's winning, buyers or sellers? Here we have a monthly uptrend, a macro point of view of Bitcoin. Who is winning this right now? Who is in control? Well, since there is a series of higher highs and higher lows, the buyers are winning. We are in an uptrend. It's as simple as that. I don't care what anyone else tells you. The fact is, Bitcoin is in an uptrend. The fact is, once you learn how to understand this simple stuff, you streamline it, you can create that strategy and find your trades and find your clarity. Anyway, follow the trend. The trend is your friend. I hope this was helpful. I am passionate about this subject. I see so many people getting ripped off, making silly mistakes, and being taught by people that don't know how to trade themselves. Been doing this 20 years, God damn it. I have simplified this whole thing to make it doable. All right. Jump on my free newsletter. If nothing else, thegromyco.com, hit the link in my bio, wherever you may be, it will be there. And I'll keep putting out more material for you guys to just learn from, really. If you want to learn more, we'll go to thegromyco.com and have a look around there. Hope you're well, guys. Trade the trend. The trend is your friend. Just keep it simple. Bye for now.